And we are live.
Hi,
Welcome,
everyone.
everybody.
Welcome to the Gathering Paracast. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Heidi, and we are here around the metaphysical table again tonight for another fun show. And how you doing, Steph?
I'm doing good. And you know what? It's coming up to the bewitching month, right? Halloween month. So
it is.
I think we'll have some really special things to put on here.
Oh, we're going to have fun next month. Yeah. Well, not that we don't have fun other months.
We always have fun. We always have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. But next month
it'll be
like extra spooky.
Fun. Yeah. And it starts out with our paranormal smorgasbord. And Alan Yerxa is joining us for that next week again. So that'll be super fun. So make sure everyone joins. You know, he's going to be talking about paranormal up there in Fort Francis, Ontario. So that'll be cool. But today we're going to talk about Heidi has a book, a brand new book that was published, and it's available in all major retailers. It's called My Spirit Experience, which is the name of her studio as well.
Yeah.
So Heidi, you kept this quiet. I had no idea you were working on this. So tell me, what inspired you? What was your reason for writing a book? I mean, you know, we all kind of write, we all dabble in it, and we all have blogs, and we all do this, that, and the other thing, but a book. Wow.
Yeah, I just I mean, I love talking about some of the experiences that I've had or that I've helped people through, because I think some of these experiences are really important. You know, they're important lessons that people can take with them. And so I end up telling these stories because, you know, this is going on in someone's life, or this is, and I'm like, hey, let me tell you what happened that was similar, and maybe this will be helpful. And so I've been telling stories for a long time, and it just, you know, occurred to me a while ago, because I've been working on this a long time. It occurred to me, I thought, well, maybe I should start writing these down, you know, because some of this is pretty interesting and could be helpful, you know, for people like us who are in the paranormal realm or the spiritual realm already, you know, that are, you know, running across certain situations that they think might be, you know, unique or just, you know, confusing or whatever. And it's like, oh, hey, maybe, you know, some of the stories that I have could be helpful when people have, you know, questions about stuff that's going on in their own realm. So I started writing these stories. Literally, I started writing like 10 years ago, just writing them down, not with the intention of writing a book, just writing some of these stories down. And then probably the last 5 years, I started, maybe it was a little longer than that. I started writing them with the intention, like, oh, maybe I need to put this together in a book, you know, we'll see what happens. And that clearly went into the weeds quickly, because this has been 5 years now. So, and then I wrote these other 2 books. I did contributing chapters, right? And so the last one that I did that came out in March, we finished in November, I think last year, October, something like that. And I thought, you know what? I'm on a roll. I'm going to finish the rest of the thing, and I'm going to put it together in a book and be done with it. And it's just so I can say I did it. And so over half of the book, I ended up writing it in like 5 months. And getting it out and done and turned in by like April.
Wow. It's crazy.
Because I just wanted to do it. I wanted to finish.
Yeah.
Say I did it.
I like it. So
yeah. So now I have it. Oop. There it is. In person. I've got little copies. So yeah.
Published author. Well, you were before, but this is your own book that you wrote.
It is.
All yourself.
Exciting.
So what are the major themes of the book? I mean, I'm sure there is a few different themes rolling through this book. So can you elaborate on that?
So the first part of the book is just my spirit experience, right? It's me growing up and how I got into this. And, you know, a lot of people talk about their experiences that, you know, they had these, you know, family members that were welcoming and like, oh yeah, that's how it goes. You know, when they have intuitive experiences or, you know, paranormal experiences, whatever. And they have these families that are like, yeah, that's just how it goes. Oh yeah, grandma so-and-so had all this stuff. And I didn't have that. And so it was really scary for me. And I think that that's an important story to tell, because it isn't something that just was no big deal for me. It really did. It was a big struggle that I had to get through. I spent the first 20 years of my life really trying to shut it down and being terrified of it. And that was no joke. And so I just talk about that. I don't go into super depth. I don't want to bore anyone with my whole
Mhm.
life experience, but just on uh, that angle of my life, the spiritual side of it, so that people know where I'm coming from. I've been really afraid of this,
Mhm.
and now I'm not. And so that took a lot of work, and I wanted to talk about just a bit of my journey. So that's the first part. And then there's 10 stories after that that are either my own personal stories or people that I've worked with and helped throughout the years that I've been working. And so the story or the book is called My Spirit Experience: True Stories and Lessons from the In Between.
Mhm.
And so this is each story then has a lesson at the end of it that I learned, because I love letting people know, like, this is a learning journey for me too. This isn't just, oh, I know everything, because I don't know everything. I don't know anybody that could know everything. And I think if there are lessons that I learned that were helpful for me, maybe they could be helpful for someone else.
Mhm. And that is so true. It's a journey, right? We learn
Mm.
as we go, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep.
There are no experts in this field.
No. No.
So, what did you enjoy the most about writing it? I mean, obviously, you had kind of a little deadline, but what was the funnest part?
Oh, oh God. I don't know. I don't know if there was a lot of, it was hard. It was really hard.
Mhm.
Like, we've had Wendy webinar show, and I'm like,
Yes.
wow, you just write and you
I,
just write more books. Like, that's impressive.
mhm.
So now that
Mhm.
I've done my own, I'm like, oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
think when I finished it and actually sent it in to the publishers, I had a little mini meltdown. Like, all this energy that had been building up in me, I didn't realize how much I was holding it. And I started walking around the house making a really weird noise for a long time. Like, I just, like, all of this stuff started coming out that I've been holding, and I didn't realize that I had been holding it. And so I was just walking around like, and it probably wasn't that pleasant sounding, but that's kind of the gist. And I had been holding so much energy, but then it got like, the best part was just that I did it, and I was super happy that
Mhm.
I did it, because it's hard. And I think good for anyone out there who's written a book, like, good for you. This is hard. So maybe it's not hard for some people. Like Wendy Webb, it doesn't sound like it's hard for her. This was hard.
Yeah.
But I did
But
it. And so that was
yeah.
really fun that I did
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And so you exhaled finally after all these months, you're able to go,
Mhm. Yeah, pretty much. It's exhale. Yeah.
because it was just a little bit stressful. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations, because what an accomplishment, honestly. And I will read it. I will get it as soon as my life settles down just a little bit. But for sure, I'm excited to read it.
Yeah.
So,
It's
uh, what what's next on the agenda? So you have this out. Are you writing another book, or
I have
what
started.
have
Yes.
you?
Yeah, and it actually, I'm bound and determined that it's not gonna take the same amount of time. I'm gonna do this, and my goal anyway is to move through this a lot faster. Now that I have a flow and a rhythm, I can get into
Mhm.
this, I think, a little bit better. So, um oh, and there was a couple of questions. There was one that was back, let me see here. I wanna make sure I get this answered. What was the platform you used to write and
Right.
s and store My Spirit Experience? So, well, I don't know exactly what you mean by the platform. I mean, I was just writing into my computer, and like,
Mhm.
I was just typing away, and I'd save all my little stories, and um I don't so I did it through a publisher, Balboa Press. And
Mhm.
so I just took all these stories, and actually, a friend of mine who is a writer here in Minnesota, she helped me in the very beginning. She was amazing at helping me figure out, like, how to write, how to find, like, my writing style. So this was a big journey. But so then I just did it. I just type into my computer, and I'm going and um, putting it together. Um, I don't write like Wendy. She says she just starts to finish,
she
right? She just
yep,
writes the book. I don't
yep, has
understand
an
it.
idea,
Although
and it just
I
flows.
I have to plan out the whole, and my stories aren't that long. Like this is not a long book. This is a quick read.
Mhm,
I think it has some entertainment value. So even if you don't believe it, if you don't believe the stories, I think you'll find them entertaining.
mhm,
If you do believe them, you're going to go, oh my God, this happened. Yes, it did. Um, but I have to, so I found the way that I write, which I'm sure any professional writer or someone that is good at writing would say, this is stupid, Heidi. Um, I, I write and I edit as I go. Like,
I don't
it's
think
probably
that's
the dumbest
stupid.
thing.
I don't
I don't
think
know.
that's stupid.
I can't, like, I couldn't write a whole story and then go back and redo it. Like I'll write 4 or 5 pages and then I'll go back and read it. But I've already planned out and written down like how I want it to go. And it's not that I have to think about it too hard because these are true stories. It's not like it's not fiction that I have to
Mhm,
be planful. And but I have to be mindful of one of the things I learned is you're bringing people on this journey and there's these suspense moments and information moments and things like that. And so you have to be mindful that you don't want to take a suspense moment and interrupt it with information and kind of
mhm,
get this like deflating energy. So I have to look at, because I used to do that a lot where I just pop information in just anywhere. And it's like, well, that's
mhm.
not a good idea if you want someone to enjoy reading your work. So anyway, I don't even know if that answers the question because if it doesn't, let me know. Um, okay, will number two be easier now that you've developed routines? Here's hoping. I think so. So far, it's been easier. I've gotten more written in the last 2 weeks than I had in the first 2 years, probably.
Oh my.
So
Oh
yeah.
my.
Well, that's not saying much. I didn't write a lot in the first few
Yeah.
years.
Well,
Um, but yeah, it's going much faster this time. And actually, it's gonna be a different it's going to be a similar style of book, but these stories, like I don't think they're super scary. Some of them you'd be like, "Oh, like ooh, that's creepy,"
mhm,
But some of
mhm,
the stories that I'm going to be writing now are going into their darker places where
mhm.
like bad stuff happened and it was tricky to see like how am I going to get out of this? And so
Mhm.
writing this one, I've actually scared myself a couple of times
Well, that's
rereading
not
it.
good.
I know. Rereading it. I was writing at the studio. I like to go in the morning early before I have
You told
clients.
me
So I'll get to,
that. See?
yeah,
You
I go
told me
in at
that,
like
and you never told me
6:30.
you were writing a book. Hey, I'm just saying.
Oh, I don't, well, part of it is because I didn't want people to think like, when are you going to get it out? Well, how's the book
Oh,
coming? It's
I
like, I don't want
suppose.
anybody to know because I don't want
Yeah,
anyone to ask me about it if I'm not working on it.
yeah.
So I'd go in at like 6:30 in the morning and write until like 10 o'clock, when someone, when I'm my first client or something, or 9 o'clock.
Mhm, mhm,
And the other day, so I'm in writing, doing my stuff, and it was raining outside. And so I'm in this reread process, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of scary. And this thunder came out of nowhere, and I about jumped out of my chair because the story was getting like really suspenseful, and I know what's going to happen. That's what's so silly. It's like I already know what's going to happen. So am I scared? Like I shouldn't be. And this thunder came, and I just jumped out of my skin. So yeah, I think the second book will be good too. I mean, I
yeah,
think so. I like the
yeah.
story, so of course I think
Oh, yeah,
anyway,
yeah, yeah.
whatever.
My goodness.
So,
So Joe is getting way ahead of you for sure, because now he's wondering, is there any thought of writing a fiction book?
a fiction book. Oh, no. Now that okay, I shouldn't say no because I don't know. I find sometimes when Tim asks me something and the first thing I do is say no, and then I find out he already knew I was gonna. And so he's like, "Are you gonna?" And I'm like,
Or
"No."
say no?
And then when I start coming around to saying yes, he's like, "See, I told you." So I shouldn't say no because who knows, right?
Mhm,
But at
mm,
this point, I don't think so because man, sometimes truth is stranger than fiction, right? I mean, some of the stuff that
it's
we
true.
have happen on paranormal investigations, you go, "Okay, you
Oh,
can't you
oh,
can't make that stuff up,"
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. That
So
is
at this
very
point,
true.
I'm gonna stick with facts and real
Mhm,
stories because they're
mhm.
pretty wild. So, but
Yes.
I shouldn't say no right away. That was a that's because I found that doesn't always
Never say
work.
never.
Right. Right. But I think I would have to be much more planful because I don't think I'd be able to do it like Wendy Webb does, where she just writes it from start to
Yeah.
finish. I would have to be very planful and do the outline and make sure that I'm not just sending this into the garbage as soon as it comes out because it's just awful. So if I did fiction, I mean,
Yeah.
it would take
Yeah.
a lot of planning, I think, for me
Yeah.
to do
Because
that.
she said, yeah, there's no outline for her or anything. She just sits down and she writes the whole book. And I do remember one time she told us she wrote a whole book in like a week or something. It was like a
Yeah,
very short amount of time,
I don't
you know,
understand that. Like, you have to
because she
be
forgot
super.
that she forgot the deadline, remember?
Oh, yeah.
And then she had to
I
have it
think you have to
done.
be superhuman for that to happen, or she was channeling something. Actually, they
Maybe.
asked me at the publisher, they go, "Did you write this?" And I said, "Yes, I did." They said, "Well, did you
Mhm.
channel someone? Is this?" They're like, "Is this your first book?" And I said, "Well, my first full book, yeah." And they said, "Did you channel?" And I said, "No, I didn't channel anybody."
My
And
gosh.
they because they said, "Well, it's good for a first book." And I was like, "Oh, cool, thanks." But then I think of like Wendy Webb cranking it out in a week, like a fiction book,
Mhm.
and it's like, how'd you do that? Maybe someone jumped in and was like, but she's a good writer. I'm not saying she's not a good writer. So anyway, whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So Cryptomania TV wants to know, was publishing on Amazon difficult? Because I have heard horror stories about that as well. So do tell, do
I
dish.
did not go through Amazon.
Oh, good.
No, I went through Balboa Press. So
Okay.
I know it's on Amazon because it got
Mhm.
pushed to multiple sites that sell books, but I did not go through them. So that was easy because I
Oh,
didn't have
yeah,
to
if you
do
have
it.
somebody, yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, I didn't have to do it. So yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard. I mean, I've heard both things. I've heard from some people it's tough. Some people are like, "Hey, we got this," but I don't know. I didn't do it.
Mhm.
So
So, yeah, no
yeah.
experience there, but, well, cool. So
Hmm.
tell people where they can buy this book. I know we said any retailers, whatever, but if they're just looking, okay, we know Amazon, but
Hmm.
where else is it at, like Barnes& and Noble? You share.
Yeah, so it's on Amazon, both the paperback and the Kindle edition. It's also
Mhm.
available through Balboa Press and the Hay House Publishing. So you can find it on their website, and I believe it's going to be in their catalog as well. And I've heard Barnes and Noble is going to have it on their website. I haven't checked to see if it's actually on there. And then also through like Goodreads. I've seen it there. So there's a handful of places that have it. I
Mhm.
also have them at my studio. So you can pick one up if you see me. Although if you get that online, wherever you get it online from, I'd appreciate a review. So if you get it from me, it's going to be hard to write a review online because it's not a verified
Yeah,
purchase,
verified purchase.
right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, so anyway, yeah, it's available at a handful of places, which is
Very
kind of
cool.
cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, again, congratulations on this, and is there anything else that you want to elaborate on that I didn't ask you?
Well, so this weekend I am going to be in Boyd, Minnesota. I am
Mhm.
at the Boyd Paranormal Convention. They've asked me to be a speaker there, and also we're doing a séance, which I just found out today is sold out, so I'm happy about
Mhm.
that. But I
Mhm.
am talking about one of the topics that's in the book that comes up in the book off and on is attachments,
Oh, yeah.
and that's a pretty popular topic. And so that I said that I would talk about attachments there, and they were pretty happy about that because it's an interesting subject. So I
Mhm.
will be at the Paranormal Convention in Boyd, Minnesota this weekend. It's open from 9 to 5. And you do need tickets, but you can get tickets at the door and they're not expensive. This is really a fundraiser for the Boyd House. And there's going to be a lot of great speakers there and also events in the Boyd House. So the convention and the speakers are going to be at the town hall, from my understanding, and then the events are going to be in the Boyd House. So it's going to be a cool day of events. There's lots of vendors there selling
Mhm.
all sorts of different things, and I will have a table there, and I will have my book available at the convention as well.
Very good. So there you go, people. If you want to meet Heidi, you want to get that book signed, you want to talk to her, go to the Boyd convention. It sounds like a really good time out there. And where is it again? What's the name of the town?
Boyd, Minnesota.
Is it Boyd, Minnesota?
It is
Okay.
Boyd,
I was thinking
Minnesota.
it was something else, but it's Boyd. But it's out by Montevideo. Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Just
about 3 hours, I think.
Or-
We had Jill Shelley on last week talking about it.
Yep.
So, yep. It's about 3 hours. Nice drive. It's supposed to be a beautiful day on Saturday.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
might want to get out there and just have some fun, you know?
Yeah. So I'd love to hear if anybody has read it. I'd love to hear what you think about it. If you have any insights into, you know, because I've had a couple of folks say that they know me and that they've read my book and know that I have a boatload of stories. And so they're like, make another book, make it longer, whatever. Okay, duly noted. So if you have any feedback, I'm happy to hear it, but I'd also appreciate reviews online too.
Yes.
So yeah, that's
Absolutely.
But I appreciate everybody that's already picked it up. I've heard from a lot of folks and I'm grateful. Thank you very much.
Good. Yes. Well, again, congratulations. And if anyone who's watching has any questions for Heidi, you know, hurry up and get them in the chat here.
Yeah, get them in the chat room.
I think we're almost ready to wind it up, but this is fun. So is this your first book interview?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
So, on our show. That's awesome. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah. And, you know, you can send questions to Heidi too, or us at the gathering, you know, on our Facebook page or whatnot. Happy to answer them. You can comment on the show or, you know, people are saying great job. You know, just kudos to you and awesome. And Cindy says hi, and that's it. But yeah, so anyway, awesome. Pick up the book. It's
there's a
experience.
Sorry, I just saw another comment. Cryptovania TV. Did you channel it? What a weird compliment. I know, right? That was because it's kind of a compliment, right? I mean, it's like, did you channel it? It's really good. It's like, well, I could. Abilities. I mean, I could just maybe I'm a good writer. I don't know. I don't think I'm a stellar writer by any means, but to say, you know, did you channel it because it's good for a first book? It's like,
kind of bizarre.
Okay, right? Thank you. Like, okay. Yeah, so it was a weird compliment backhanded compliment. I don't know. But anyway, yeah.
Very good. Well, awesome. And everyone pick up that copy anywhere you get your books from. Heidi Steffens and My Spirit Experience. So thank you. Cheers to you.
Thank you. So good. So fun.
Yes.
So, yeah. And next week, again, we have our Paranormal Smorgasbord.
Yes, Paranormal Smorgasbord. So come with your topics. We're going to have a special guest co-host on with Jason and I and Heidi, and that's going to be our friend Alan Yerxa from Ontario, from the First Nations tribes up there. So it'll be a fun one to kick off October.
Yes. Awesome.
So awesome. Well, thanks everyone for watching and listening to the podcast when it's available. And to all the troops who may be listening, thank you for your service and please be safe.
Yes. And everybody in the chat room, thanks for joining. Thanks for your questions. And thank you to Jason Trost, our producer, and Cryptovania TV. We're super happy to be here and we will see you all next week.